Hello. A couple of minutes to say farewell to some well-known local residents who have passed from the scene in the last few weeks. The tie that binds them all together is music. Dick Goddard, the longtime secretary of the Marietta Musicians Union, died a couple of weeks ago. Dick was legendary for his aggressive enforcement of union rules and procedures. I know there were musicians who constantly worried about failing to cross all their T's and dot all their I's when it came to union contracts. And Dick would sometimes show up in the middle of a band job to make sure everything was done properly. But that was his job. Dr. Logan Hovis, who also died recently, was one of the most interesting people I ever met and among the most colorful. His distinguished military record and his long medical career, full of innovation and leadership, made him all the more fascinating. He was a true Renaissance man who loved to dance and seemed to always be in the company of beautiful women. Last but certainly not least is Edwin Dills, who passed away this week. In one way or the other, I knew Mr. Dills virtually all my life and always knew him to be a gentleman who cared passionately about his community. I can remember interviewing him many times during my news career about all sorts of issues, including Wood County's blue law, which he fought aggressively to protect. He lost that fight, but he stood up for his principles of trying to protect a way of life, a day that most families could actually spend together, that is now gone forever. I enjoyed seeing him and his wife at all sorts of productions at the Smoot Theater, and when they would go out to hear their grandson, Will Crichton, play jazz at the Blennerhassett Hotel. Three very different men, all of whom loved their communities, their families, and good music. They will all be missed. That's this week's editorial.